Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Mona Lisa Rumbai bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. From 27th to 30th May, the biannual training meeting of the 5-year period of the Salesian provinces Maria Auxiliadora SMX and Santiago El Mayor SSM was held for a dozen Salesians, together with the training delegates Fernando Miranda and Juanjo Bartolome, lived 3 days of reflection, formation and fraternal coexistence in the Salesian house Martí Codolar in Barcelona. The meeting, which was entitled A Salesian Religious Life in the Process of Change, was attended by Don Pascual Chavez, Rector Mayor Emeritus. During the working days, the current dilemmas of religious life were discussed, highlighting above all the profile of the young people to whom we are sent, the new generation of religious, the primacy of mission over structures, and the new pastoral subject, religious and lay. On the afternoon of May 29th, the commemoration of the 65 years of Salesian presence took place in Cabezo de Torres in an act presided over by Inspector Angel Azurmendi, who travelled to the town with the Salesian Fernando Bañez, Councillor for the Works of Lay Management, to accompany the educational community. A day that served to pay tribute to the different generations of young people who, since 1956, have been educated in the Salesian classrooms and courtyards through different academic activities and youth animation, in addition to thanking the affectionate welcome during this time, the shared life and the trust placed in the educational action. The program of the event, which was developed with the fulfillment of all the sanitary obligations and limitations of capacity, had the participation of a representation of the different environments of the Salesian work, in addition to various authorities and entities of the locality historically linked to the house. The Eucharist of Thanksgiving and the different interventions in the act served to remember the intuitions that, like Don Bosco, had the priest de Antonio Valverde, a native of the hamlet of Cabezo de Torres. The initial dream of Don Antonio, then owner of some land in a small hamlet, were donated so that an educational and social work could be built in them. There, the educational seed was planted for the much-needed people, and it was then that the Franciscans and the Salesians came. The directors of the Salesian schools of the Maria Auxiliadora Inspectorate advanced in the joint work focused on the talent management of all the educational centers. This new step has been focused on the use of Bitibit tool after the agreement announced on May 19th. Through 3 practical sessions, the heads of the 59 educational centers, together with the technical team of the people area, have been able to know in the depth functionalities of this platform developed to optimize the work of the selection teams and promotion of their values, in addition to presenting the dynamics and methodology of collaborative selection between schools and the inspectorate, together with the selection manual available and edited for this purpose. The working days have allowed to deepen the familiarization of the directors with the vertebrate environment, reaching specific questions of the new selection platform, ranging from creating a job offer from available models to knowing the experience of the candidate. The training has also made it possible to immerse yourself in the usefulness of filters for the searches of suitable candidates, to know the different phases of selection, or to make a competency evaluation of the candidates, among other specific applications. The project presented by the students of Salesianos Merida stood out in the 11th edition of the Research and Sciences Contest organized by the University of Extremadura. The work of Antonio, Gonzalo and Pablo, students of first year of Bachillerato of the center, allows to measure the speed of an object by means of the Doppler effect, a demonstration with which they won the second prize, thanks to the well-known change in frequency that is perceived when a car, for example, passes in front of a person. Using a mobile phone as a detector, the students captured that frequency change emitted by a Scalextric car and thus measured its speed of only about 10 km per hour. A basic knowledge of physics typical of the educational stage, a mobile with applications of free use and a bit of imagination have allowed 3 students of first year to measure the speed of a vehicle in miniature, capturing the sound that emits to get the second prize of the contest. Salesians Bahia promote, in both teaching units, Salesianos Don Bosco AV Parallel and Salesian High School of Salvador Nazare, another edition of the Solidarity Drive-Through. The action is aimed at raising non-perishable food from all interested parties in exercising the Solidarity Act, in addition to participating public of novena to Our Lady Auxiliator that took place between May 15th and 23rd through the YouTube channel of Our Lady Auxiliator Sanctuary. During the novena, students, alumni, family members, too many followers and visitors to the sanctuary of Our Lady Auxiliadora who followed online broadcasts were invited to separate one food per day aimed at raising and producing basic baskets for later distribution between families less favored, assisted by Salesian presence in the Bahian capital. Living on rents is comfortable. The elders worked, won, gave us, and there are no shortage of heirs that, with goods achieved without effort, spoil those efforts. In devotion to the Virgin, we can also talk about an inheritance from our elderly. There are the sanctuaries, paintings, music, poetry, parties, traditions, and so many other activities done in this honor. Gorgeous. But all of this is a call that comes to us, inviting us to enrich that inheritance today and here with our devotion and effort to the update that delicious heritage with a devotion that has its roots in the past, strengthen and grows in the present, and for new generations will be inheritance of the future. Pope Francis on several occasions has invited to train pastoral agents, priests, religious and religious in the art of the accompaniment of young people. Well, the Salesian family has responded to that invitation, and yesterday the book Accompanying Young People was presented in Madrid, a formative itinerary for spiritual accompaniment. Coordinated by the Salesian Juan Crespo Bues and edited by the CSS Publishing House, the manual is born from the formative experience in this field that, for 12 years, has been promoted by the National Salesian Center for Youth Ministry, CNSPJ. An experience that has already passed about 125 agents of youth ministry in 6 promotions because the courses last 2 years. The book presented yesterday in Madrid includes this formative path for witnesses, spiritual teachers, which are mediations to help young people in the process of personalizing the faith, as pointed out by Jose Miguel Núñez, director of CNSPJ. The accompaniment of young people is one of the fundamental lines that are now being worked on in the field of youth ministry. Garage Labs is an initiative of the Orange Foundation, and the foundation begins to educate that was born with the aim of providing educational centers of basic VET, second associations and educational foundations, the training and transform the process of teaching, learning and personal growth. Thanks to a methodology that seeks to enhance learning in a different and significant way and also seeks to reduce the truancy of young people. These studies were 42 educational projects with varied educational quality proposed La Cuesta and the Don Bosco Foundation. The Garage Lab program was expanded in this way to reach 22 education centers in the current network of entities that already have a Garage Lab. Centers such as the Salesian School Atocha, Salesian So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.